Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Maxson Athletic Center for tonight's matchup between the Yeshiva University Maccabees and the NYU Violets, the ranked number 9. It's a huge game for the Max. I'm Charlie Bendheim alongside Akiva Poppers. Now, before we get into this game, what have both these teams done in the past week?
Yeah, well, first, let's go to YU, the home opener against Mount St. Mary College here on Wednesday night. The Max struggled all game. They only won by 5 against a team which they've generally beaten by more than that over the past few years. They were down 9 at halftime. They had 9 turnovers in the first half. They slowly chipped away, went on a 20-4 extended run, and were able to win that game, but they'll need to play a lot better tonight if they want to come out with a victory against NYU. And NYU, they haven't played in 6 days. They played Saturday, Sunday in a Scholars Classic at their place against 2 top 25 teams in Swarthmore and Johns Hopkins. Against Johns Hopkins, they beat them by 4. Against Swarthmore on Sunday, they were up by 13 points with 7 minutes left, and then they stopped running offense. Their coach, Klatsky, told Spencer Freeman to essentially be smart, run out clock, and try to get a good shot near the end of the shot clock, and it did not work for them. And slowly but surely, Swarthmore came back with 4 seconds to go, up by 2. NYU missed the front end of a 1-and-1, and Swarthmore hit a buzzer beater. So NYU would be looking to bounce back tonight against the Max.
Speaking of bouncing back, these teams played last year, and it did not go so well for the Max.
No, it was not good whatsoever. 108-67 at NYU's place. The worst loss in Elliott's time. It's his collegiate coaching career. And obviously the Max will need to play a lot better tonight if they want to win. In that game, it was just ugly from the outside. It was 30 at halftime. It got worse from there. The Max went with 5-man substitutions. It was a big learning game, and it'll be interesting to see how YU comes into this game knowing what happened last year and seeing the year-to-year improvement for YU.
So what are the 3 keys for the Max tonight?
Yeah, I think it's all going to be on the defensive end, because offensively, I trust the Max to get to, let's say, 75 points. I'm just not sure if YU can hold NYU to 75, and that's why the 3 keys to the game all are defensive. First of all, in the half court, the Max need to ensure that they stay within their defensive principles. NYU runs very similar offense to a lot of Skyline teams, ball screen, dribble, drive, and the Max defense is designed to take that away if executed properly. And to this point, and for almost all of last year, the Max have not executed well defensively. They will need to stay within their principles to win. Secondly, NYU wants to get out on the break. That's their first option. We can see it on film. Coach Klatsky confirmed it in our meeting with him. They need to ensure that they get back on defense. NYU is looking for that first shot on the break. And lastly, on the boards, number 22 and number 32, Quinn Clark and Emmanuel Onyama, are absolute beasts on the boards. Through the first 3 games, they are averaging a combined over 7 offensive rebounds per game. Other than that, they're not the greatest rebounding team, but those 2 in particular, the Max will need to ensure they box them out if they want to win this game.
Well, it's a prove-it game for the Maccabees. It's the number 9 ranked team in the country in D3. The Max need to show up and show out tonight. Coming up after this quick break, we got lineups. We have a special presentation by President Berman, and then we got basketball. You're not going to want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. To the Max Stern Athletic Center. We are almost ready for President Berman's remarks before the game. But before that, we're excited to announce that in addition to our regular broadcast of Max Live on the YouTube channel and on MaxLive.com, we're also broadcasting this season of Max Live on the Jewish Broadcasting Service, that's JBS. This means that all our home games will be seen by a whole new nationwide audience, available on virtually every cable television provider and streaming on Roku, Amazon, Fire TV, and on their website. So we appreciate that partnership and looking forward to continuing our season here tonight. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer.
Before we start tonight's game, we ask you please direct your attention to the second court. A few words from Yeshiva University President, Rabbi Dr. Aharon.
Porsche, Akiva, Holy One, shower compassion over them and deliver them from darkness and strife. Remove them from bondage, deliver them from their afflictions, and let them return speedily to their families. Yod l'nachas mitzvosot Eitan b'kem b'kvat shekasuv uftuye Adonai yishlu nevod tziyom b'rinah b'simchas olam ha'rosham sasu b'simcha yisudu b'nas yodam b'amacha v'nomar Amen. He who grants salvation to kings and dominions to rulers, whose kingdom is kingdom spanning all eternities, who releases David his servant from the evil sword, who places a road in the sea and a path in the mighty waters. May he bless the president, vice president, and all the constituted officers of government for this land. The king who reigns over kings in his mercy, may he sustain them and protect them from every trouble, woe, and injury. May he rescue them, may he put into their heart, into the heart of all the counselors, compassion to do good with us and all Israel our brethren. And in their days and in ours, may Judah be saved, and may Israel dwell securely. May the Redeemer come to Zion, so may it be his will, and let us respond. Amen.
University President, Dr. Jarret, and Dean of Undergraduate School of Studies, Lazarus. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask everyone to please stand. The national anthem of the United States and Israel.
A beautiful ceremony. The starting lineups are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great virtual events and opportunities we have for YU students and how you too can be a Maccabee. We will start with the visiting NYU Violets, ranked number 9 in D3. Their starters are as follows: Michael Severino, number 1. 13, Spencer Friedman, arguably the best player on this team. Number 22, Quinn Clark. Number 23, Zevi, and their big man, number 32, Emmanuel Onuama.
Yeah, and Charlie, you say Spencer is arguably the best player on this team. Spencer is arguably the best player in the entire Division III. he is what makes them go, really. NYU, without him on the floor, is a very different team. One of the best shooters in D3, a very good passer. Everything they do offensively, Spencer is the key.
And now, well, they're coached by Coach David Klatsky. And now for the Yeshiva University Maccabees. Their starters are as follows. Number 12, Zevi Salmon. Number 13, Roy Itkovich. Number 15, Oris Lajewski. Number 22, Dotan Berdichev. And number 23, Max Zakheim. They're, of course, coached by Coach Elliot Steinmetz.
Yeah, and this is Roy Itkovich's first start of the season. Gav Landau was starting the first 3 games. But Roy is starting the 4th game as he was expected to be a starter coming into the year. He had a leg injury over the summer, and then he was stuck in Israel after the October 7th Hamas attacks, and therefore did not get the practice for the first week with the team. And so he was just getting his legs under him. But now, last game he had 6 assists. It was his best performance to date this season, and Coach Steinmetz is entrusting him to get the starting job.
Well, it's a big game for this Yeshiva University Maccabees team. They didn't play so well against Mount St. Mary's the other day. Again, I mentioned before, it's a prove-it game. This team has a lot on the line right now, and people are watching, and they want to see, is YU for real again? Are they going to get back to those glory days that we saw a couple of years back? This is a big game to sort of write that narrative.
Yeah, well, I think something which people have to keep in mind is that this team is still almost all sophomores. If you look at their first few games of the season, their first 3 games, I didn't do the math including the Mount St. Mary game, but it's if anything, this stat is even more so. 98% of their points through 3 games were from guys who were in their first or second years of collegiate eligibility. Gav Landau is the only one who has played so far to this point who is not in his first or second collegiate year of eligibility, and obviously Adi Markovic is hurt and will hopefully come back soon, and he's also not. But this team is basically all sophomores when it comes to eligibility. They're still very young. They're getting better as games go on, and I think people will see very soon that YU is going to get back to, I don't know about the 50-game winning streak glory days, but certainly some level of glory days.
Well, the stage is set. The refs are ready. The players are ready. We're definitely ready. And here we go, as it will be NYU who starts with the basketball. This is number 13, Spencer Friedman. Onuama, he's going to be guarded by Dotan. A tough task for Dotan Bardichev today. We'll see if he's up for the challenge. They're going right at him right away, and Onuama gets the 2 to fall.
Yeah, the Macs trying to front the post there as they've done most of the year, and that was a nice pass right over the head of Dotan, and the help was not there in time.
How can the Maccabees respond? Their first possession offensively of the game. Roy Itkovich. Off the Dotan, pumps. Had Salmon in the corner, couldn't get it to him, and that's a steal. First turnover of the game by the Maccabees. That's a deep 3, stepped into and made by Zevi.
Yeah, and this guy is one of the streakiest shooters in D3, and he struggled up to this point, and that's a very good sign for NYU, seeing him get one to go early.
Max now in the corner, spinning. Crossing, getting by his defender. Had Dotan outside, decides to use his right, flips it up in.
Yeah, well, Max always good, going underneath and around the bucket and getting those bank shots to go.
Severino, head down, drives, gets fouled from behind. That's who they call it on here. It's going to be on Roy Itkovich.
Yeah, but we see both on the previous possession and on this possession, NYU is looking to get out and score early. Obviously in transition they took their first shot. Here with just 20 seconds on the shot clock, the foul occurred. You know, they can run half-court offense, but they are trying to score early in the shot clock.
And Emmanuel Onuama, he's the big for this NYU team, and at times it can feel like they're all so high-flying and he's not as much, but him and Dotan tonight are going to be having one of the most important battles on the court.
Yeah, Onuama is a transfer from Columbia, and he's big. You know, the Macs have played guys who are bigger width-wise, but height-wise, 6'8", really just strong inside. If he gets the ball under the bucket, it's 2 points. Dotan will need to do a good job positioning-wise on him.
Dotan now with 10 on the shot clock. Puts the ball on the deck. Dribble handoff, back to Dotan, uses his right, no good. Or grabs the offensive rebound, gritty board.
And the ball never hit they have 2 seconds, so the ball never hit the rim.
Something happened. The referee thought the ball hit the rim, so was calling for a shot clock reset. So that would actually help the Max, especially because Roy had missed the three-pointer. So the Max with a fresh 15. Good hustle by Orson Sunjevsky. Boy looking to attack. Gets the free throw line, in-step, foul, 2 shots.
Yeah, he's been really special this year, getting inside. Not a lot of Max with size that we've seen over the years, been able to get in like that, almost like Ryan Terrell-ish, if you will, the swim underneath move, and then the 7-foot or so floater.
First shot is no good.
Yeah, we don't see him miss from the line that much. He's a very, very good free throw shooter.
He misses on them both. So empty possession there for the Maccabees. Game stays at 7-2. 2 minutes in on the Saturday night edition of Maccabees basketball here on Max Live. Freeney. Oh, nutmegs Berditchev. Pass goes awry, out of bounds, Maccabees basketball.
Yeah, and we saw Berditchev with the job on Onyeama. He's trying to both front him and be in help simultaneously. A very difficult job. But the pass just too far out of the reach for Onyeama.
Max Zakheim with the ball. He had an exceptional game against the Mount St. Mary Knights. Berditchev open for 3. Short.
Yeah, that's not the shot that Max wants.
As Orr grabs the steal, pardon me, and finishes the easy layup with his left hand. And now they're trying to make him pay for being late on transition defense. They can't. Ball looked to have hit the stanchion.
100% hit the stanchion.
Instead, another 3 missed. Dotan and Onyeama going at it down low. And you can already see the tenacity of this NYU's rebounding team.
Yeah, Onyeama is very tough. It's much easier to say box out than it is to box him out. And they caught Orr sleeping there.
Zevi Freeney, so he's got 5 of the Violets' 9. Zakheim. Orr pumps. And that ball is stolen by Friedman, and he'll take it himself.
A really smart job there by Freeman, seeing both man and ball there and recognizing that the pass was going to his left and just sticking out his hand.
Berditchev.
You can see Onyeama is scared to come out too far on Berditchev.
And out Zevi Salmon. Here's Roy at the low block. Twist turns out to Max with 8 on the shot clock. Step back 3. No good. Back in transition comes NYU. And that ball thrown away by Clint Clark. NYU looking to push. They're not waiting for the Max to get back on defense, obviously.
No, that's not part of their game plan. I'm curious to see how the Max try to exploit Onyeama's not wanting to come out of the paint. I mean, we see Dotan's going to have that shot, certainly at least early on the shot clock, whenever he wants it. He has it right now. Obviously, it's not a good shot because he can get it at any point.
Salmon's first 3 of the game, way too strong. Rebounded by Severino. Looking to take it coast to coast. Can't do it. Good box out there by Berditchev. And back comes Zevi Salmon. Zakheim, blow by, blocked by Onyeama. Freeman now back and forth. Game's opened up a little bit. That's a 3 straight on. Rolls around the rim, no good. That'll be a loose ball foul on Onyeama.
Yeah, Max caught a big break there because he doesn't miss too many of those. I mean,
he's gone 0 for 2 on 3s thus far.
Over 50% from 3 last year, playing in the best conference in D3.
Onyeama taking his seat now. Coming into the game is Sinke Stevens, along with number 30, Konrad Kishka. So number 30, another big for this NYU team. As Orr takes a tough step back look, no good. Maccabees haven't really been able to get so many good looks thus far.
No, not at all. That's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Maccabees basketball. Number 2, Hampton Sanders has checked in as well for this NYU team.
Yeah, he's a freshman, someone who we didn't see last year alongside the two transfers, Kishka and Onuyama. We did not see last year for NYU. He's a dynamic kid, but he's still trying to figure it out. But Coach Klatsky has been willing to give him about 20 minutes a game to this point. Give him the opportunity to figure it out in-game.
Now, it's always a bit of a storyline with the Maccabees, but playing Saturday night basketball, I would say Shabbos, do you think that comes into play?
Yeah, you don't have any legs.
Yeah.
You haven't been doing exercise or real activity all day, and it can be tough early on, certainly.
As that three is knocked down by Stevens. Timeout. Yeshiva University Maccabees, they're down 10 early on in this one. And we're going to send it to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back into the broadcast booth here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. 14-4 NYU leads Yeshiva. And the Maccabees have not been able to get going offensively yet.
No, offensively, we just haven't seen much offense. I mean, it's simple to say, but not much screening, not much ball reversal, really nothing, to say the least, to this point.
Berditchev surveying, waiting for his guys to get open. Roy, back cut Orr, beautiful
nice
pass. Layup doesn't go.
That's a good idea there by Orr.
And back comes Stevens, stolen by Berditchev. Orr up to Roy, he's got Max with him. And throws it too high, sloppy play from the Maccabees. As Quinn Clark checks back into the game, replacing Michael Severino, the point guard. Freeman. Samet switches onto him. Here comes the double. Clark. Freeman with 10 on the shot clock. Dotan out on him. Sanders with 3 on the shot clock, and he's going to get fouled. That's a bit of a bailout foul right there. It's going to go on Roy Ikovich. That'll be his second.
Yeah, Roy's got to be smarter there and get on Sanders' right shoulder. And he let him go right, which led to the bailout foul because he's not sending a baseline.
And with his second foul, Roy will check out. Gav Landau checking into the game for the first time tonight. Gav started last game. He's gotten some good minutes, played some good basketball for the Max this season so far.
Yeah, well, he's always tough defensively. Passing-wise, he just hasn't been himself to this point.
That layup no good.
That was a great pass, though, by Friedman.
Yeah, Friedman really cooks. He's an exciting player to watch. Zevi, step back triple, short. Shots not falling for the Maccabees so far. They only have 4 points. It's been around 7 minutes in the game. Oh, Orr with the rejection. And back come the Maccabees and Zevi Samet. Landau, Samet. Orr thought about it for a second. He'll drive right. Here comes the help. Foul, throws it up, 2 shots coming. So he missed 2 shots earlier in the game, something to note. Let's see if the Maccabees could add to their measly 4 points thus far.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 76% shooter on the year coming in. In his previous stints at Fort Lewis and Marshalltown, he was a combined 4 for 4. So he's just a very good shooter. I don't know why he missed 2 on the first try. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yep, as he makes that one. So we have a trivia question of the day today. Which NYU player is the grandson of legendary Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski? So one of these players on NYU is the grandson of Mike Krzyzewski, Coach K. So tweet your answer with the hashtag MaxLiveTrivia, and we will answer it later on in the game.
Well, I know the answer to this one, but I'll wait until we give it away.
Thank you. Thank you for not ruining it for the viewers.
Yes.
Effie Fernlich checked into the game for the Maccabees, giving Zevi Salmon a break. Cross-court pass. Hampton Sanders open three, no good. Ball tipped in the air. And NYU, Cleek Stevens with the ball. He'll look to attack at Landau. Gets to his spot, uses the glass, and puts it in.
Yeah, Landau just getting beat there, and no help from Effie, which was correct by him. It's just Landau's job to keep him in front of him there, and he wasn't able to.
Or a deep triple. Back iron. Clark skies for the rebound and gives it up now to Sanders. They play the two-man game. Look to maybe get away with a little bit of a push-off. Stevens, Dotan on him. Beautiful defense there by Dotan and Gav, and the crowd appreciates it. Sanders tries to get the ball down low. It's on the ground. Landau has it. Up to Max Zakon. Crowd urging him on. Takes it inside. Or now. No good on the shot. Stevens, right at Dotan, uses his body and finishes off the window.
Tough finish by Stevens. But that was a good sign for the Macs, a really strong defensive possession.
That ball's thrown away. It's Kishka. Taking it himself. Corner Stevens. He throws it away. Effie running the break. He could throw it down. Let's see what he does. He lays it up and in. So every Fernlich has yet to miss a shot on the season.
That's right, he's 5 for 5, but Shinsky really got up there too.
Good finish. Lead now 10 for NYU. Foul by Effie, not a smart foul.
No, he still has work to do defensively. You know, he's only in his second semester playing collegiate ball. He didn't play much ball beforehand. You know, he'll make mistakes like that. It's just part of the learning process.
He's a great athlete. Coach Diamond's looking to use him now and hopefully in the future as well. Continues to grow and get better. Another player like that is Ben Haber, number 24, just checked into the game.
Yeah, also athletic kid, but got some work to do in terms of developing, which makes sense. He's a freshman. That's how it goes. It's very rare you see a guy who comes in as a freshman and is able to make an immediate impact. You know, we were last year the Macs had no choice, right?
Yeah.
So the fans might be a little spoiled by guys like Zevi and Max, but it's unusual.
If you look at this NYU team, Severino's a grad student, Friedman's a grad student, so they have a lot of guys who've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
And they have that experience.
Yeah, and I mean, Severino and Freeman were D1 transfers, so they also have that pedigree.
Second one, no good. So Clark goes 1 of 2 from the line. And it's Zevi Salmon picks up his dribble a little bit early. Off to Dotan. Dotan. Effie. 7 on the shot clock. Dotan's going to work. Gets his way inside. Uses his body, throws it up and in.
Oh, they call it on the ground there.
So they're going to call it on the ground on the spin. We'll see on the replay here.
Yeah, it looked like the right call to me. Yeah, he's reaching in there before the shot.
Fans obviously don't like it. Ref obviously does not care.
Fresh 20 though. And a good job there by Dotan recognizing the situation.
Effie. Beautiful pass out to Dotan. Thought about it for a second.
I would have liked him to take that off of Gav's screen, wide open.
Landau rolls around the rim and out. Three's not falling for the Maccabees so far. Beautiful pass into the corner. Cross court, that's a 3 on its way off the stanchion. That'll be out of bounds.
And the ref's a little slow to recognize the 6th defender, as we call it.
Yeah.
You know, I think there was one beforehand they didn't catch. This one was a little more obvious.
Severino checking back into the game. Hampton Sanders taking a seat. He played well. And NYU looking to pick up full court here. Severino taking Zevi. Tried to lob it inside to Landau. Nothing going on.
Gotan's a very crafty passer, and it's the right idea. It's just Gav's 5'10". You know, if Gav is 6'2", that's 2 points right there.
We're looking to check back into the game. And you mentioned at the outset, you thought the MAC wouldn't have so much trouble putting up 75. 10 minutes into this game, it looks like they're going to have some trouble.
Well, I mean, they're 0 for 6 from 3, and it's early.
That 3 straight on from Severino, and he gets the fall.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this game, 50% from 3 this year. I mean, they've just got a lot of talent on the floor, NYU does.
Dotan responds with a 3 of his own. So they've been giving him that space. He's taken, this was his second 3 now he's taken.
He's going to have the opportunity all game, really, if he wants it.
The ball goes out of bounds off Haber.
Yeah, and again, Freeman just, I mean, Onyuama really should handle that pass as a tight end kind of there. The Macs continue to front him, and NYU continues to be successful at throwing it over the top.
Or now tasked with guarding Onuama. Freeman with a beautiful spin move. Pass out to Severino. And it's so silky smooth. This NYU team really knows how to share the ball nicely. And Friedman, we spoke about him being a scorer, but he's been distributing the ball well right now so far tonight.
Yeah, and something else about NYU, they just don't take bad shots.
Freundlich, that's a 3.
He missed one.
His first miss of the season, way too strong. He has yet to miss and hit the rim. So that's a glass half full.
There you go.
But Effie Freundlich and Ben Haber, 2 guys to look out for in the coming years of Maccabees basketball. Really exciting, athletic players. Cook, right by Freundlich for the layup.
Yeah, it's a tough finish there. And if I'm the Macs right here, I think their shooters need to do a little bit of a better job screening. That might create some things, because right now they're struggling to create offense, and I mean, they're getting a little reversal, but they haven't been able to get any curls.
Zakheim twisting, turning, and using his right.
Yeah, but still, I mean, how many buckets do the Macs have off of backdoor cuts or curls tonight so far? I don't remember one. And it's just very hard to score if you're going to be so reliant on your shooters just shooting, right? They got to do more than that.
Severino finally misses a 3.
A good box out there by Haber on Onyuama.
Zakheim spins, kicks out Haber, open 3. Got it. So a little light from this Maccabees team, and the lead is trimmed now to 11.
Chilling's worn off a little bit.
Maybe. And the crowd getting into it. Effie with the steal. Cross court, Zakheim.
Catch and shoot.
3 on the way. Wow, the crowd really wanted that one to fall.
A good idea there by Effie.
Inside, there's a defensive lapse as Onuama cannot make the Maccabees pay.
Haber got up there.
Yeah, he skied for that rebound. Haber showing what he's made of.
Really important that they run offense in this possession.
Haber's got it. Freundlich. Samet crosses, dips, and foul.
Very nice. Got the mismatch and took advantage of it.
So Samet going to the line for 2. Jacob Roden looking to check into the game.
And man, these are big free throws here. You got a struggling shooter. I mean, I feel like I've said this every broadcast I've been on. You've got a struggling shooter here. There's always one when you go to these Max games because they got so many shooters. He just needs to see the ball go into the basket.
The last game, Zevi played unbelievably well. Shot efficiently. Put up 27 points.
And I tell you, I was rebounding for him before the game, and he looked fine. You know, sometimes you can tell when a player is not going to be good before a game. He didn't give me those vibes before this game. So he started 0 for 2, but I don't think it's going to be one of those 0 for 7 type games.
Well, he executed both those free throws.
There you go. Last Saturday, he was 0 for 7 from 3. I don't think we'll see that again.
Here we go, it's Friedman. Gets a screen from Kishka. Friedman head down to the hoop. Zakheim does just enough, and Haber grabs the rebound. Great rebounding by Ben Haber.
Yes, it was, and that was a good job by Freeman getting to the bucket, but if he's finishing at the bucket...
Zevi Salmon close by, gets left to fall.
If I'm the Max, I want Spencer Freeman finishing at the bucket all game.
And with that timeout, we're going to send it down to our third member of the crew, SJ Tannenbaum. SJ?
Charlie, with the horrific events of October 7th still fresh in our minds, the Macs have done a number of things to honor the current situation in Israel. This past Wednesday night in their home opener against Mount St. Mary's, the Macs warmed up wearing t-shirts depicting pictures of some of the hostages currently being held by Hamas. They then held an emotional pregame ceremony during which the Israeli players went out to half court holding an Israeli flag, while Coach Steinmetz wore a polo depicting an Israeli flag and custom Israeli flag shoes. The Macs are also wearing jerseys this year with patches on their jerseys with an American flag and an Israeli flag side by side. These are just some of the things that we're all doing to show our support for Israel. We pray for a swift victory for Israel and the return of all soldiers and hostages soon. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. As always, a great job. Obviously, Israel on the forefront of all of our minds. Praying that everyone stays safe in Israel and Jews around the world. Team, obviously, the Macs with 6 Israelis on the team, 2 former IDF soldiers.
Yep.
And you can only imagine what they're going through, but obviously we're there for them. I hope everyone, again, stays safe.
There's a little 9-0 run here for YU. NYU's all the way up to 8 turnovers now, and it's just taking away possessions from their efficient shooting.
Roden now on Sanders, cross court, open Friedman, no good. Zevi Salmon with the rebound. And here he comes. 7-point game, gets this spot, pulls up, sticks it. 5-point game.
The crowd is starting to feel it a little bit. It's not a packed house. We don't often get those in the first semester, but it's pretty good for a Saturday night.
Severino responds. He'll tell his bench how many points that counts for.
Yeah.
Samet to Zakheim. Down to Roden. Inside to Orr. And he gets fouled. It's almost like the Maccabees started to believe a little bit that they deserve to be in this game.
That's right. You know, especially after last year, you know, you lose by 41 points. It's almost like, who are we to even try to beat this team again, right? And, you know, you go on a nice little run and you start to believe. You realize that you're a college basketball team. You're a solid team. You know, this is a top 25 team, but we can compete with them.
Or he'll try his luck from downtown. Back iron. Haber. Great rebound, and he gets fouled. Ben Haber putting up some great minutes for the Maccabees, and I'm confident he's opening some eyes there on the Maccabee bench and definitely in the stands.
Yeah, he got boxed out like 5 feet, and he still stayed on him.
So with that being the 7th foul, will be a 1-on-1. Ben Haber obviously graduated Frisch.
Yeshiva Frisch.
Yeshiva Frisch. My alma mater, I might add. Yes. Shout out to Rabbi Senior, Rosh Yeshiva. Front end of the 1-and-1 rolls home. Now we had that question earlier about which NYU player is the grandson of Coach K, legendary coach of Duke. The answer is Michael Severino.
The leading scorer right now.
The leading scorer right now in the game. Coach K not in attendance tonight.
No, he's not. Although Bob Quillman just tweeted asking if that was him in Bob's seat. No, Bob, don't worry about your seat. We got it covered.
As Roden gets the steal.
Good help by Roden. He's been really good defensively this year. Much better than last year. Good year-to-year improvement for him.
Here comes Zakheim. Dishes to Zevi. Roden.
He's got him.
Zakheim, head down. With a little bit of English, ball will be knocked out of bounds by NYU.
Yeah, that's a good job there by Zakheim, taking advantage of the mismatch there, if you will, with Bashinsky on him.
Ben Haber doing a nice job boxing out, forcing NYU to swat the ball out of bounds. 20 seconds now on the shot clock. Haber to Roden. Friedman on him. Almost throws it away. It's Salmon. Roden with 5 now. Takes it himself. Strong take. Jacob Roden with that Canadian strength.
I've never seen him do that before, Charlie.
Here comes Freeney. Blow by. Roden rejects him.
Snatch block. And Freeney's way behind the play. The Macs have got to take advantage of it now.
Zackheim gets called for a walk.
Oh, that's a bad mistake. I would have liked for Zackheim to attack there. But Freeney was totally out of the play.
But look at this. Roden comes in and just snags it out of midair. Give me my lunch money. Stevens. Almost stolen by Orr. Stevens has it again. Haber on him.
Some really good active hands from the Macs.
Salmon with the steal. Does a nice job not to travel, although he may have gotten away with one.
This place is going crazy, Charlie. This is a major run for the Macs. 17-3 extended run.
2-point game, 3:15 to go in the first half. That floater is too strong. Orr skies for the rebound.
Got to push it here.
He's got Haber on his right. He gives it to him. 3 for the lead. Bang!
NYU needs a timeout now.
And this place erupts. YU up 1. Timeout NYU. Quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. The Maccabees have just come back to take a 1-point lead. They started off really slow, and it almost looked like NYU may have thought that this was going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah, I mean, after last year's game, going up 27-11, they might have, I mean, it's weird to say in the middle of a first half. Sometimes you see it at halftime. But they might have mailed this in, and in just 5 minutes and 20 seconds, the Macs have gone on a 20-3 run and turned this game on its head.
And it's really started on the defensive end. Active hands, good switches, defensive intensity. Friedman, the best player for this NYU team, dangerous pass cross court. And that 3 goes down for Michael Severino.
That is a heck of a pass by Friedman. I mean, we have the best angle of that, maybe even better than the main camera here has. That was, he threaded that.
Salmon wanted it cross court. It's Orr. He'll try to respond. Wow.
He's a bad man.
Confidence oozing from this Maccabees team right now. Kishka. He's going to go at Orr. Gives it up. Severino. Freeney. He'll try his luck with the floater. Sinks it.
Yeah, if you're the Macs, I mean, you'll let him take that shot almost. You know, they kept him out of the paint. It's not an easy shot, that 8-foot floater. The Macs have done such a much better job defensively over the last 6 minutes.
As Roden throws it right to Kishka. Freeney's going to try a triple. Rolls around the rim and home.
I don't know how, and Coach Steinmetz is pointing out, I don't know how no one recovered the shooter. I mean, that's what NYU is looking for. That's how they killed the Macs to start this game, out in transition.
Orr, head down, bully ball inside, off the backboard, no good. Nice play by Kishka to keep it in bounds.
Good awareness by him.
Stevens, Friedman, He's got it. What a response by NYU. Just when the Maccabees had some life, NYU come back with a couple of big threes and a floater. Lead back up to 7. How will the Maccabees respond? They go to Haber. Uses his sides, up and in.
Good job by Haber with Friedman on him. And, I mean, just the Max, those last 2 possessions, now recovering to three-point shooters on the line. And Spencer Friedman from 3 wide open is a 70% shooter.
It's Sanders. Cross court open. Freeney. He's got it. That'll be a 2-pointer. That'll be a 2-pointer.
They still haven't corrected it here in the gym. And Coach Steinmetz pointing it out to the scoreboard, scorer's table. There they go.
25 on the game, 15 on the shot. Orr works his way inside, thought he got fouled. Nothing called, shot clock turned off. Orr with the steal, out of bounds going NYU's way. Shot clock turned off. Friedman out. NYU up 43-36. Friedman crosses. Looks like he's going to have this dance. Pulls up. Ooh-wee.
Max has got to do better there. His step back is dirty, Charlie.
That was a filthy way to end the first half. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. NYU up 10. Don't go anywhere.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch, like really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines. The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavruta.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
JBS, the Jewish Broadcasting Service, with a marvelous array of programming for anyone interested in Jewish life and the State of Israel. News, events, Jewish studies, movies. It's all on JBS, expanding Jewish understanding, celebrating all things Jewish. glimpse into the lives of 5 single modern Orthodox men and women navigating life, love, and religion in Jerusalem in the acclaimed television series from Israel, Traurig. the Jewish Broadcasting Service, with a marvelous array of programming for anyone interested in Jewish life and the State of Israel. News, events, Jewish studies, movies. It's all on JBS, expanding Jewish understanding, celebrating all things Jewish.
Hello and welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. We're almost set for second half action. Max right now down 10 to the number 9th ranked NYU. A reminder that this game is being broadcast by Max Live, as always, on the Max Live YouTube channel and on maxlive.com, but also for the first time live on JBS, the Jewish Broadcasting Service, a viewer-supported 24/7 cable television channel that celebrates Jewish learning, tradition, history, and culture. We're excited to bring these games to the JBS viewers. And halftime stats are brought to you by Like It Israel, rescuing nutritious surplus food for Israelis in need. Akiva, take it away on these halftime stats.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, what sticks out here is 9 for 15 from 3 is NYU. Savarino 4 for 6 from 3, and Freeman 2 for 4 from 3, and Freeney 2 for 4 from 3, and Stevens perfect from 3. So, we know NYU is a very good shooting team. And we talked about in the pregame show the key for the Max to stay fundamental defensively. I said, I don't think the Max will have any trouble getting 75 or close to it, and they're on pace for right about that. I just don't know if the Max can hold NYU to that, and right now they're not even close. I mean, they were right there. They had NYU at 30 points with 3 minutes to go in the half, and then NYU scored 16 points in the last 3 minutes. And there have just been so many times over the course of this game that NYU has generated an open three-pointer off of drive and kick to the corner. And if you look at all those times, the Max help has been late, but also it's been lazy. The Max, if NYU is hitting bullet passes, the reason why all these shots are so wide open is because the ball is going from kick to shooter in like half a second. And that's because the Max help has not been getting in position to stop the bullet passes. Their hands have got to be up in help. And I think that's the biggest key for the Max here in the second half. That's the only reason why they're down by 10 points right now, is because of so many of those times, so many times that's happened so far in this game. Offensively, we saw Zevi start to heat up a little bit. He started 0 for 2 from 3, and then he got those 3 two-pointers to go. He hit the shots from the line and then got the 3 two-pointers to go. And then they kind of went away from him, and I'd like to see them get the ball in his hands a little more. And I like to see them do a better job of slipping to the basket as well. You know, NYU keeps switching as we expected them to, and they've got to do a better job of slipping those screens. Something else interesting to point out, Onyeama, who we talked about pregame, has only played 8 minutes because he picked up a second foul. And usually when a player picks up a second foul, I point it out. Here I didn't, and it's because they've been better without him on the floor. And I'm not sure if Coach Klatsky is going to keep him on the bench for much of this second half, but they were so much better without him on the floor. I mean, his plus-minus right now is +1 with his team up by 10. And it's because he clocked the paint a little bit. You know, it's harder to get a drive and kick
with the big man.
With the big man clocking the paint. The big man's got to be on the wing, and he doesn't want to be there. And so that's something which we should watch. And the last point to make is how good Ben Haber has been so far to this point, and really also just in general, the Max bench guys who have played to this point. Haber and Roden and Freundlich have been solid in their minutes. Haber has had so far a career game, you know, hitting those 2 threes, got the post up, and it's been good defensively. And so something also to watch in this half is how the Max do with the starting 5 on the floor versus when the rest of the rotation gets into the game.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how long Haber stays on the bench. He's starting there as the starting 5 are back in the game for the Maccabees. Onyeama into the game for NYU. It is an extremely important beginning to this half of basketball. The Maccabees cannot let this get out of hand quickly.
No, I mean, it is so important that this, if it doesn't get into single digits immediately, that it at least stays right around 10 points. You know, the team was believing for a minute. You know, for the first 15 or so minutes, they were just out of it, and they didn't think they could compete, at least for the first 10 minutes. And then they started believing, everything started going down, and now they've taken a push, and are they going to get shoved and fall down, or are they going to get back up?
Onyeama blocks Orr. Boy gets it into Dotan. Zach, that was a dangerous pass by Orr.
Yep.
Dotan. Foul called. So it looked almost like a bailout a little bit. Foul's going to go on Zevi.
Yeah, and different than in the first half, Onyeama is coming out more on Dotan, which is something to note. He was afraid to go all the way out to the three-point line earlier in the game, and Dotan had a wide-open 3 anytime he wanted.
A pretty slow offensive possession right now for the Maccabees. Samet creates some space for himself, falls away and hits it.
So after those first 2 misses to start the game, he's been perfect from the floor.
And if Zevi Samet gets going, we say it all the time, he gets hot quick. 3 straight on, no good.
That's a big break for the Max, because that right there is a very good shooter. I mean, Savarino.
As Zevi tries his luck. Oh, baby. The Stark shooter.
Yeah, he's good. I said he didn't look bad in warm-ups. I don't know what the first shot was.
Dotan swipes the ball away. It's going to stay with the Violets.
The Max help was completely destroyed there, and that was all that was saving them there from 2 points for NYU.
Dangerous pass thrown in. Quinn Clark's got it. Severino. Ooh, spicy crossover. Hezi inside Onyeama. Samet with the rejection.
That's such a great job by Samet there and help.
Head down to the hoop. Throws it up and in. It's the Zevi Samet show to start the second half.
7-0 run for Yeshiva in just 1.5 minutes.
He's got all 7 of those points. Freeney throws the ball almost away on Onyeama. Nice athletic play. Freeney, cross court, Severino. Called for 3 seconds is Onyeama.
And that's a good job there by Roy, even though he was totally out of rotation, recovering and running him off the line there, saving the possession.
3-point game.
Man, this game has been full of major swings, Charlie, more so than any Max game I can remember in recent history.
Dotan, that's a deep triple short. I'm not sure if that was the best shot.
No, and again, it's going to be there all possession.
As Freeney Gets the 2 to fall on the other end.
And I like to see Dotan shooting. I just not sure I want it there at 25. It's a solid shot, but you want a better shot.
That'll be a jump ball, NYU ball, or trying to bully his way inside.
Yeah, he struggled so far from the floor today, 2 for 10. It's almost like he's much better on the road than at home. You know, last game, first half, he was 0 for 8 to start, and he heated up in the second half. Let's see if the Max can get him going here in the second half against NYU.
Friedman draws the double. Oh, that's not good. Severino wide open and makes YU pay.
That's a total miscommunication there between Dotan and Orr.
Berdichev, Samet. Thought about the step back triple. Zakheim, he'll take aim. No good. Friedman, cross court. Freeney, no good off this tangent. The referee's a little bit confused about this 6th defender here.
Yeah, if it hits the white bar, it's out of play. Let me simplify it. And also, just to simplify, if it hits something and then it comes straight down, that means it hit the 6th defender.
Yep.
Physics, right?
Sam, that's deep. And the Max came out so strong, and they've taken a couple of head scratchers.
Yeah. It's what has happened so far to this point of the season. They just have struggled to put together not just really 40 minutes, but 30 minutes of consistent play on both ends of the floor. You know, they'll get you for 5 minutes, and then here's a 5-minute lull of I don't know what they're doing. And against NYU, that's just not going to work. It's not going to get them a win if they do that.
Severino, beautiful dish inside, ball movement, and Quinn Clark puts a bow on it.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Roy, haven't said his name much tonight. He'll drive baseline. Rejected. Zay Freeney. NYU quieting this crowd. Freeney saw cutting. Kishka could not get the ball to him. Out of bounds, Maccabees basketball. Timeout for the Max. We're going to go quick commercial break.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
Lead still 10 now for NYU, but it's been back and forth to start the second half.
Yeah, YU went on that 7-0 run in 1.5 minutes, and in the 2 minutes since NYU has gone on a 7-0 run. Game of runs.
Yep. So just like we said at the beginning of the second half, the next few minutes here very important. YU does not want to let this thing get out of hand. Samet. That's a turnover. I don't know what he saw there. Friedman. Low by blocked by Zakheim. That's a three-pointer on the way. And Michael Severino just does not miss threes that often.
No, I mean, he's up to 5 for 8 from 3 for the game. And on the season, he's 10 for 18. That was such a good job, though, by NYU recovering after the block, though.
Samet, can he respond? Yes.
So we had that 128-footer, which he missed. But other than that, since the first few minutes, he's been perfect from the floor. And the Max just got to go on him. But it's got to be in offense. It can't be rushed.
It's Freeney. Off to Friedman, a little fake shot pass down low. Beautiful play, and Quinn Clark puts it in, lead back up to 11.
And you saw Quinn Clark was waiting for the shot to go up from Freeman. He's just such a good passer, so crafty.
Warren, that's a deep three. He's never scared to pull it. Friedman to a cutting Kishka, can't handle it. Zevi corrals.
But once again, what a pass from Freeman. I mean, that's all on Kishka there.
Dotan. Or another three. Another bucket.
My eyebrows went up the second I saw that go out of his hands, Charlie.
A couple of those threes where if he misses it, everyone groans, but if he hits it, everyone goes wild.
As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to those shots, Orr can take them whenever he wants.
Sammy gets caught sleeping, but Berditchev does nicely. NYU collects, and Zay, Freeney, throwing it down. Zakheim, low by, foul.
Yeah, good job there by Zakheim attacking Spencer Freeman.
Zakheim, such good balance. For the Maccabees, Orr and Zevi, the catalyst of the offense thus far in the second half. As the first free throw falls. Subscribe to Max Live on YouTube to make sure you do not miss any amazing Max games and highlights this season. And if you want to receive Max news and updates, join our WhatsApp group chat. The link to join is in the description of this YouTube video.
Yeah, and that free throw there from Zakheim was the first.
Oh, Haber off the bench, on the board, a rebound and a putback.
Well, before that free throw, it was all Orr and Zevi for all 16 points for the Max to that point. And Charlie, the Max won't go away.
Haber with the block. Ben Haber or Superman, I can't tell. Or head down, drive. That will be called on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good at understanding when to attack.
As Onuama checks back into the game, Kishko will take a break. Lead now down to 4 for NYU. Orr wide open on the inbounds play and finishes.
Beautiful job there by Orr, slipping, and it's down to 2. And this crowd once again is getting riled up.
They got to not let Severino shoot threes. Instead, that three's on the way, no good. Who wants the rebound? Onuama. Friedman, open triple, bang. Timeout NYU. And Max had a chance there to grab a board and maybe even tie the game. Instead, it's a 5-point game once again. Quick commercial break, don't go anywhere. Hello, welcome back into the Max Center Athletic Center. 5-point game. It's been a very entertaining game. And coming into the broadcast, we spoke about Onuama and his prowess on the rebounds on the glass, especially on the offensive glass, but we haven't really seen it that much today.
Yeah, that one right there, and it was really a lucky board for Onuama, was his first offensive rebound of the game. The Max have done a great job on a guy who's averaged 5 a game on the offensive glass coming in.
That ball poked away from Zakheim. It's Hampton Sanders. Euros his way inside. Can't get the layup to fall, but Onuama on the offensive glass. Wide open Severino, and he'll make it pay. 10 out of 10.
NYU now 12 for 21 from 3. The second I talk about Onuama not getting offensive boards, he gets a couple of them.
That is an announcer's jinx.
And Severino is good, man. 6 for 9 from 3 tonight.
Samet coming off the screen, gets the ball poked away. And back comes Severino, and he'll finish at the rim.
Every time it feels like YU is getting closer and is going to take the lead. NYU comes right back, and here we are. It's a 10-point game.
Dotan. How will the Maccabees respond?
There's only so many times you can take a punch before you get knocked down.
Or works his way to the hoop, uses his offhand on the right side and gets it to go.
But not once in this half has it gotten over 10.
With you saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if NYU hits a 3 on this possession. It's Sanders. Blocked by Orr. Staying here. 11:35 to go in the game. NYU up 8. Oh, and the YU got lucky as the ball slipped out of Severino's hands. Now it slips out of Friedman's hands. 5 on the shot clock. Friedman's gonna have to hurry. What a screen. Golly. Shot no good, rebound NYU. Now it's Orr with the steal and a little behind the back sauce. He pulls it from deep. No good. He hit a couple of those earlier in the half. Zakon really got taken out by Onuama.
Yeah, usually when a player hits the deck on the screen, you're going to see a foul called, and that was not a flop by Zakon. That's a 6'8", 230-pound big man.
Zevi with the steal. Attacks the rim, throws it up, no good. Severino did enough.
And Elliot Steinmetz is incensed at the ref for not calling a foul there.
Mid-range, Friedman, bottom.
Back to 10. They're so dynamic offensively, NYU is.
Samet, mid-range jumper. He gets it to fall.
I mean, Charlie, it's been just the last 12 and a half minutes. NYU has 39 points in that time span.
Friedman calling for the screen from Severino. He'll use it, he gets open, and he deposits. 11-point game. So many ways this team could beat you, so many good players. Dotan. Zevi. Zakon, that's a big triple. Short. Haber with the board. Dotan thought about it. Now it's Orr. And Stevens called for a foul and might have got lucky not to get teched up.
Yeah. And something to note here, I know it's very early to point this out, but YU has no fouls. 10 minutes into the second half. I've never seen that before.
Friedman checks out. Orr checks out.
But what it means is the Max can be more aggressive defensively down the stretch.
Severino also checks out. So if there's ever a time for the Max to go on a run, it's without Friedman and Severino in the game. And it looks like NYU's in a bit of a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they go to that sometimes off of dead balls.
Dotan can't get the 3 to fall. That was a big possession right there. It's Sanders. Ooh, a couple hezzies. Outside, Freeney. Sanders, head down, drive to the hoop, up and in. 13-point game. The Max have to put an end to this run.
And again, just so patient offensively is NYU.
Sam, it open 3 short. And the 3 ball, which had gone in just a few minutes ago. Max has missed their last 3. Onuama. Cross court, Sanders wide open. And he gets the 3 to go, 16-point game.
Yeah, NYU is 14 for 24 from 3 tonight. And it's very hard to win a game when your opponent shoots 14 for 24 from 3.
But they have had a lot of open looks.
Generally, yes, but 14 for 24 is a whole nother level.
Zakon, Dotan, can he get this one to fall? Yes, he can. Timeout, Max. Full timeout, and with that, we will once again send it down to the best dressed man in our crew, S.J. Tannenbaum. S.J.?
Thank you very much, Charlie. Fans, NYU's Hampton Sanders is not just a key player for NYU, he's also a mental health ambassador. While only a sophomore in college, Hampton started a clothing line called MHM by Hamp. Emblazoned across the front of all of its items features the message, mental health matters. Hampton has a very strong presence on social media where he continues to spread this message of the importance of mental health, and he is a prime example that shows the impact that these players can have both on and off the court. Make sure to support Hampton on social, Hampton Sanders, MHM by Hamp. We wish them the best of luck. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Very impressive by Hampton Sanders on and off the court. He's had a great game tonight.
Yes, he has. And it's always nice when a player does more than just play. You know, these are student athletes, but even beyond being a student and being an athlete, to do something extracurricular-wise, which helps people.
Yeah.
Not just yourself, is very special.
Hampton Sanders, number 2. So 13-point game, 8:22 to go. Dotan just hit a big 3 for the Maccabees. They've flirted with a comeback a couple times this half, have not been able to really overcome this NYU offense. Sanders. Dances his way inside. Oh, what a good no-look pass. Zakheim, that looked a little bit dangerous as he left his feet. No foul called, layup goes. Dribble handoff. Samit. Catches. Steps back. That's a tough 3. Sanders with the rebound. Freeney. Corner. This is Stevens. He'll get fouled on the ground. Smart foul by Dotan, as you were mentioning before. Yep. That's only why he's first.
Yep. Real smart, but I mean, the Macs have shown absolutely no ability to stifle NYU. And, you know, we talked about how are they going to look offensively with the big guy on the floor. Now that they've got these 2 big grad transfers. Everything they've done has been guard-driven. It's not a different team offensively in terms of how they play.
That ball is knocked out of bounds.
It's a harder spot to inbound from than before.
Fans trying to rally their Maccabees. Clark. High floater. Oh, look at Quinn Clark's sky for that rebound. It's going to stay with NYU. Roden checking into the game. Samit taking a seat. Roden played well in the first half.
Yeah.
He brings good energy defensively and he can hit his shots. Not afraid to take him and drive. Zevi for NYU. Cross court, that's Bashinsky. Sanders drives right by Zakheim, flips it up and in.
Yeah, this is the biggest lead of the game for NYU, 17 points. It kind of feels like the Macs are down and out right now.
Haber, can he hit that 3? Yes, he can. So if there's one bright spot for the Maccabees, it's been Ben Haber.
He's 5 for 5 from the floor and 3 for 3 from 3. And 2 for 2 from the line.
Unbelievable.
And he's got a block.
And just a freshman. Zakheim went for the steal. It's Sanders. Bashinsky. He'll dish it off to Stevens. He drives inside. Beautiful feed down low. And finished up by Quinn Clark. This NYU offense, their 2 best guards aren't even on the floor right now, and they're just tearing through this Macs defense.
Yeah, the Macs rotations all game have been poor. And NYU, in terms of how they share the ball, it's just special.
As Orr can't connect on the 3. Roden fouls number 0, Stevens.
Good foul.
And back in come Severino and Spencer Friedman. So at a time where the 2 best players for NYU sat out and the Macs were going to be looking to make a run, quite the opposite happened. It's now a 16-point lead for the Violets. No good on the 3 is Severino, although you really expect any time he shoots for the ball to go in.
Yeah, and you got to go over the screen there. Max got lucky again.
Zakheim. Driving through the defense, gets fouled by Bashinsky. 2 shots coming.
I mean, if the Macs are going to have any chance of putting on a late run here, it's going to have to be defense turning into offense. Because when NYU is running offense, the Macs have absolutely no answers. They just can't score enough points to keep up right now. You know, and they've played decently well offensively. It hasn't been a poor game offensively. And like we said pregame, YU can get to 75 here. I don't know if they can hold NYU to 75, but they can get to 75. Well,
your prediction seems to be coming right.
They didn't hold NYU to 75. That
sure.
I can tell you.
Jackheim good on both. And he'll now check out as Samet comes back in. 14-point game to go. 14-point game, pardon me, 5:40 to go. Roden tasked with taking Friedman. Nice pass. Now down low, back up top, wide open Severino. Unbelievable offense. And it all starts with Friedman.
And that pass, which was totally unnecessary, by the way, was so smooth and so silky and so natural, totally unforced by Spencer Freeman.
Samet will be fouled. That'll go on number 23, Zevi.
I mean, Charlie, how often have you seen a player throw an over-the-head backwards pass and it looked natural like that?
He glides across the floor.
And there's a reason he's an All-American and really, frankly, in my opinion, the best point guard in the country, maybe the best player in the country.
Or, that's a tough shot, but he gets the fall anyways. YU needs stops. Let's see if they could get one here. Severino. Bashinsky. Friedman, that's a tough deep three. Oh my. Spencer Friedman.
I think the fans are more in awe at this point than anything.
Samet gets fouled. That'll be 2 shots. NYU thinks that he pushed off.
I mean, NYU is 59% from 3 right now. 16 for 27.
So what have you seen tonight from YU that's looked good, though? Wow, harsh critic.
I mean, Ben Haber obviously has been good. I mean, I don't know. Even though they have 72 points, offensively, I don't know that they've shown me anything which is a game-to-game improvement. Because last game I want a discount because Mount St. Mary played a 3-2 zone.
Timeout by the Max, but yeah, as you were saying.
So I'm more comparing this game to the last time the Max played man, which was against Geneseo. And I just don't see game-to-game offensive improvement. And obviously defensively, what is there to talk about? I mean, have you seen a bright spot for the Max defensively? They're trying to challenge themselves early in the season in hopes that it'll prepare them for conference play and potentially the NCAA tournament. But very difficult to play a back-to-back like that.
Yeah.
8:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. And with that said, very hard to play a back-to-back against 2 tournament quality teams.
I don't want to make it about me, but it's very hard to call back-to-back.
Are you calling back-to-back?
I do believe so.
Well, I'll be listening.
Spencer Friedman. Jackheim on him. Severino finishes with his left.
Not often am I left speechless.
That'll be called on the ground. That'll be a 1-and-1 for the Max. leading all scorers with 29, pardon me. They just
it goes up whenever you look.
Yep. For the Max, Samet leading with 22. Sanjevski's got 19, looking to add to that right now as he misses the front end of a one-on-one. But Haber again with the rebound and gives out to Samet, who connects on the three. Ben Haber.
He's having a heck of a game.
That's his second rebound off of a missed free throw. You don't often see that. As Hampton Sanders works his way inside and gets the layup to go.
Yeah, and remember, NYU had 30 points 20 minutes ago. 63 points in the last 20 minutes.
Greeny cross court. Friedman wide open. These guys don't miss. 19-point game. Golly. Samet. That's a three. Too strong. NYU flirting with 100 right now.
It's the most dominant 20 minutes of offensive basketball I think I've ever seen.
Calling for another screen is Friedman. Severino sets it. He gets the switch onto Zevi.
He's just playing right now.
Oh my Lord. What a pass! Quinn Clark finishes it off. Spencer Friedman. Are you kidding me?
The spin on that ball was nuts. Yeah, I think Coach Steinmetz is going to go to the bench here because that's all she wrote.
My goodness. That was unbelievable. As Hillebine is checking into the game. So is Roden, so is Effie. The big three for the Maccabees checking out.
Bay Nash on Spencer, I want to see this.
Travel gets called, but I mean, Spencer Friedman, that was one of the craziest passes I've ever seen with the English on that basketball.
And set up so well. And such a good dive to the bucket as well by Quinn Clark.
Ball gets worked inside to Haber. Now it's Effie. 5 on the shot clock. Haber, another three. That one was a tough look. As now NYU just looking to milk this clock. They're going to call a timeout. We're going to go to a commercial break. Last minute 45 coming up after this. Welcome back to, I guess, a stunned. I don't think any of us have seen an offensive performance like we've seen tonight from NYU.
No, I can't recall seeing something like this against a team which was trying to defend. I mean, last year NYU put up 108 points in the Max, and the Max weren't really trying. And tonight they showed that they can compete with a top 25 team. Just now one that hits 60% of their threes and 61% of their twos. Offensively, they were able to score, and they had their moments, and they kept NYU within 10 points for the first 10 minutes of the second half, which at this point was so long ago, it feels like. This is very, very impressive.
Both teams have gone to their bench now for the last minute 45, and these moments are important. These players don't often get time in the game, and they're looking to make a name for themselves. We already see what Ben Haber did off the bench today as he gets fouled and stole the ball. He's really unbelievable, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot of him in the coming games for the Maccabees.
Yeah, I mean, how it works with a guy like Haber is you earn your minutes. And you earn your minutes in practice, and you earn your minutes in game. obviously in practice, the coaching staff hadn't seen enough of him to put him in the rotation proper, if you want to call it that. He had played a few minutes a game, but not in the rotation. And this is the type of game where you say, like, how can I take you out of the rotation the way you're playing?
Hillel Banish cannot get it to go, but
Again.
of course, that's unbelievable. Ben Haber grabs the rebound. And we spoke to Coach Klasky before the game, and he spoke about NYU's expectations going into the season.
Yeah, and he wasn't sure what to expect. It's fine, Max only have 3 fouls now. The Max, he wasn't sure what to expect coming into this year. He got his grad transfers. He had everyone coming back from last year. And the first 3 games, he and in practice as well, he just didn't think he had what was voted as the 9th best team. He said they didn't look like it to that point. And, the first few games offensively, they just didn't look like that dynamic selves that they were last year. And tonight they've looked like it, but it hasn't been because of the bigs. It's been because of Freeman, and it's been because of Savarino, and it's been because of Freeney. And their success has been guard dependent. So the only problem for him, and obviously for him, I'm sure he loves to see this, 97 points, 65 points in a 20-minute stretch. But I'm not sure it answers his concerns, which were that they should be better this year offensively because of the 2 bigs. And they've been better tonight than they looked last 3 games, and they look totally in sync and they're hitting everything. But I think those questions will still exist going forward for him.
Shot's no good. Roden's got the rebound. 1 minute to go in the game.
If you told me that the Max would be only -2 on the offensive rebounds in this game and have 76 points, I tell you, are we up 5 or down 5?
As Ben Haber gets laid on the ball.
But that's just not been how it's gone here tonight for the Max. And it's going to be so big to see how they respond tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, while they didn't play great tonight defensively, it's very difficult to shoot 60% from 3. It just flat out is.
Danish no good on the 3.
And
that will do it.
And I can imagine Coach Steinmetz's message in the locker room will be about the positives of this game rather than the negatives. The fact that they competed with NYU for 30 minutes, they had a lead at one point, but obviously the result, they didn't get it done.
Well, as the clock winds down and NYU takes this game by a score of 97-78, I want to thank everyone who made this production possible. Our executive director, Eitan Traurig, our executive producer, Zevi Pancer, our director, Ezra Jacobs, associate producer, Yosef Silver, associate producer, Matthew Lauren, our cameraman, Jarret Lazarus, Jonathan Werda, Gavi Gershov, and Yosef Bluth, pardon me. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break and be back. Hello and welcome back into the Max Center Athletic Center, where NYU was victorious over the Maccabees by a score of 97-78. And I want to say another special thank you to JBS, our new television partner that is working with us to deliver Max Live to a nationwide television streaming audience. Obviously tonight, Akiva, it didn't go so well for the Maccabees, but there were some bright spots.
Yeah, and the Max had the lead with 3 minutes to go in the first half, and they kept chipping away. They just were never able to come and take the lead in the second half. And then NYU just starting hitting everything. And that was that. I mean, in terms of impressive offensive performances, I cannot remember the last time I have seen anything like what NYU put up tonight.
Yeah, it was really unbelievable. And their shot makers, Severino was just on fire. Anytime he got open, you assumed it was going in. And Friedman, he didn't even have to score so much. He's just such a good distributor of the basketball. The whole offense runs through him, and it was really something to see. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of Maccabees Basketball. For tonight, we thank you for joining us on your Saturday night. We hope you enjoyed. For Akiva Poppers, I'm Charlie Bendheim, wishing you a good night. Stay safe, be good.